Here's your daily updates. Newsman Dennis Daily offers his take on the events of the day in another daily video blog.
Hi, and thanks again, everybody. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. It is, of course, for many, the official kickoff of summer. Being from Indiana, of course, my attentions were focused on the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500. I couldn't pick it up on radio out here, which is the only way to really enjoy the race, so I watched it on television with the sound turned down. Today I was thinking about Memorial Days of the past, and when my mother used to take me over to a little town called Lagodi, Indiana, to a tiny little cemetery back when the event was called Decoration Day. I remember as a child asking my mom about some aging soldiers there who I thought wore very odd uniforms. They fought in the Spanish-American War, she told me. And that war was fought in the last 2 years of the 1800s, so many of those soldiers were still alive when I was 9 or 10 years old in the 1950s. But America's uniforms evolved very slowly after the Revolutionary War. Our soldiers in the Revolution wore a mix of different uniforms, and many of them just fought in their regular clothing, much to the chagrin of the British, who lined up rank and file in their spiffy uniforms to be shot down by American snipers. There was, of course, the War of 1812. By that time, America was regimented a little bit more in the way it appeared in battle. In the Mexican-American War, the uniforms changed a bit, and in the Civil War, we wore either blue or gray. World War I was the era of the doughboy, and the first time some very specialized equipment was used, including the tank and the airplane. By World War II, war had become truly mechanized, and America's soldiers' uniforms showed that times were changing. And in the Korean War, which was actually a police action by the United Nations, our GIs braved some horrible weather, but they were also assisted in getting out of war zones by the helicopter. In Vietnam, just about anything went. Vietnam's fighting took place in the jungles and swamps and rice paddies, and the guys wore whatever clothing they could, at least until it fell apart because of jungle rot. There was Desert Storm and Iraqi freedom and ongoing battles where technology seems to be replacing the old soldier. Nice to remember all the old uniforms. Memorial Day weekend just passed was indeed a time for remembering. I'm Dennis Daly with your daily news update.